and welcome to a special edition of Kababayan Today. I'm your guest host, Charmy Morales. And this afternoon, I have two very special guests for all of you. One is an upcoming DJ who is just blowing the town red from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. And for my second guest, I have a wonderful young lady, and she's only 12 years old, and she's an actress, singer, dancer, and model all rolled into one. Theater credits has been Annie in White Christmas, South Pacific, and The Doll, and she has also been in commercials, in film, and in music videos. She has also modeled as Ivy Ling for American Girl and is the lead singer for Le Petit Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome upcoming young artist, Miss Asia Aragon. Welcome, Asia, to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Hi, welcome. Well, you know, at such a young age, you have already accomplished much. When did you or a family member discover you had this talent?
Well, when I was about 3 or 4, I used to watch all these musicals on DVDs, like Ariel, Cinderella, Grease, and Ella Enchanted. And I don't remember recording these when I was singing it. My mom recorded it.
Yeah.
And so what's really funny is that in Ella Enchanted, in the last scene, the last song is Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
Yes.
And so I kept doing, don't go breaking my, don't go breaking my. And then when I was about maybe 6 or 7, I told my mom that I wanted to do dance classes. And so I still do dance classes, and when I was 6 or 7, I started my first acting classes.
Wonderful. So what kind of music did you grow up to?
Well, I grew up with a lot of music from like 60s or 50s up.
Yes.
And now I listen to alternative, hip-hop, occasionally rap because of my brothers, R&B, and just a lot of stuff. And musicals, of course.
Of course, yes, yes. Well, of the many artists around, you know, who inspires you the most?
Since I was younger, Barbra Streisand was always the big one.
Yeah, she is.
Because when she was younger, a lot of people would tell her that she needed a nose job because she didn't look like everybody else, she didn't act like everybody else, and good thing for her, she didn't listen to them. So, and now look where she is. She's one of the most iconic people to look up to in the industry, and she comes off as a really powerful woman, and I just want to be like her.
She sure is, you know. And how about in about 10 years from now, where do you see yourself?
I see myself starring on Broadway in the musical Miss Saigon because Lea Salonga.
So awesome.
Lea Salonga, she broke the barriers, and she just became an amazing Broadway star. And I also see myself in the lead of a bunch of commercials and film stuff, and have my own successful CD that is like on the big charts of iTunes, and not just for 30 seconds, but for like a long time.
I heard that you're working on a CD right now, aren't you? Oh, okay. So when is it coming out?
Well, I'm still kind of getting the iffies out of the song, but yeah, it's going really well so far.
Wonderful. Now, finally, if you can perform anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Well, if I was in New York, I would want to perform in Madison Square Garden on New Year's Eve, because like that's when everybody comes in.
Yes, yes.
And then if I was in LA, I would want to perform in the Hollywood Bowl. And hopefully I get to perform in the Philippines as well.
Now, what advice can you give other young girls like you who wants to follow your footsteps?
Well, just prepare. Like, don't sit around watching TV eating chips all day. You have
no,
to
you don't do that.
vocalize and maybe do a couple dance stretches.
Yes,
and
yes.
just to keep pursuing your dream. Like, even if somebody tells you to stop, just keep doing it because it's working. Whatever you're doing is working because they actually see you doing the hard work, and they don't want to be side-shadowed in the...
That's true. Now, you said prepare. What did you do to prepare yourself in this field?
Well, I had a lot of support and advice, and I also prepared. Like, did some vocal warm-ups all the time and did some dance stretches all the time.
Yeah. Now, okay, so what would you like to say to all the young audience that would like to, you know, sing or act? What are the things that they need to remember? I mean, should they get an agent, or should they just go about it on their own? What do you think is the best way to go about it?
Well, you should get a manager or an agent, but you don't always need that. You can have a momager, which I sometimes
A momager,
have.
I like that, yeah.
And you just have to know what's ahead of you. Like, you can't back out when you're halfway there, because you're halfway there, you just need to go a little bit more to get where you want to be.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, you know, you were also in film, right? Were in the movies. Okay, what was this experience like?
It is fun. Like, just waiting there and all the friends that you make in the cast, and it's really fun. And when you're like waiting there on set for them to say action, you're just, yay, let's hang out.
So you enjoy the part when you're just hanging out, besides the work, right?
But also the work too.
Of course, yes. With music, do you have plans to do some songwriting of your own?
Well, I actually do write poems, but sometimes they're for school only.
Yes.
But sometimes after I'm done with my homework, I write poems, and I actually have a book of poems like that my producer for my song can write out of.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, you know, because sometimes songs, they do start with poems, and you just have to put the melody or the instrumentation to it. So just keep doing that. That's great. So Asia, you know, I've been in the biz for quite some time now, so my only advice to you is, you know, while you're doing it, have fun. Well, thank you so much, Asia, for joining us on the show, and we'll be back for a special performance later on, correct? Wonderful. And with that, please stick around for more Kababayan Today, and we'll be right back.
Still ahead, we have an unforgettable performance by young Philam rising star Asia Aragon. But first, we introduce you to the hottest DJ on the music scene right now and find out what sets her apart from all the others.
You know, I could be at a hip-hop club, but it doesn't mean that I just stick to hip-hop, and I could be at an EDM concert, and it doesn't mean that I'm just playing all EDM. You know, I like to surprise the audience with my song selection. That's my asset.
That's all ahead, so don't go away.
It's good right here.